What's going on, everybody? It's your main man Druuill, and I'm back at you here with another video. This is what we have to discuss today. Remove all distractions. Anything not helping you is hurting you. God said let it go. Anything that's in the way of your progress, anything that might be stopping you from getting ahead, anything that is stealing your focus, you need to let it go. It may be you giving too much energy to certain things. It may be certain things taking too much energy from you. But whatever's in your way, you need to get it out the way so that way you can stay focused, you can stay on track, and you can accomplish your goal. Whatever your desired goal is, there's going to have to be a certain amount of time and effort that is put into it. And if you have things that are robbing you of that time and robbing you of that effort that you could put into what it is you want to be good at, it may not happen when you wanted to or as fast as you wanted to. You're going to have to dedicate a lot of time. Success is nothing to play around with. Okay, you can't halfway do success. You can't take a half stab or a half step towards success because it's not going to work. All right, that song "Ain't No Half Stepping" is not lying. You can't do things half behind and expect real results. So what you have to do is you have to get things that are taking your focus off of what it is you're supposed to be doing. You got to get those out of the way because you know what you're supposed to be doing. You know what you're supposed to be doing with your time, and you know what things that you're supposed to be working on. So whatever it is that you're supposed to be working on, when you're not doing that and the other things, whether it's like scrolling or you're on Facebook or you're talking to somebody or you're just preoccupied by something other than what you're supposed to be working on. That's what you're going to have to sacrifice and get out of the way. Because if you don't, the effort that you try to put in is not going to be as strong, or it's not going to be as it's not going to have that much of an impact as you would like, because you're not going to be putting your whole heart into it. And people are going to be able to tell, you're going to be able to tell. It's not going to be something that you would want. So if you want to be successful and you want to be good at whatever it is you're doing, you have to really go at it 100%. And anything that gets in the way of that focus is a distraction, and it has to be removed. Some people, they don't understand that you have to put a lot of time and effort into things, but you have to let people know where you stand. You have to let people know that, hey, I'm working on things. I got to get things done. This is what I have to do. This is what I do. I'm working towards becoming successful. I don't have as much time as everybody else. And you don't have as much time as everybody else. You're supposed to be using your time to do something for yourself that will benefit you. A lot of the times we do things, throughout the day that just waste time. And we see nice cars, we see nice homes, we know we're worthy of it, we know that we deserve it. But if our effort doesn't match what we see for ourselves, if we're not putting in the amount of work that adds up to what we see for ourselves, then it's not going to match up. It's not going to manifest itself in your reality. So what you need to do is give up some things so that you could get some things. All right, give up something to get something. Give up your time so that way you can get what you want out of life. You'll give up time for a job. You'll give up time for TV. You'll give up time to go do this and go do that. But what you need to do is you need to give up some time for yourself so that way you can work on goals, because you're worth more than just the average life. You're worth more than waking up every day doing the same thing. You need more than that to live a fulfilling life. And you want to live a fulfilling life. You don't want to just have a life where you do the same thing every day, because that gets boring. And that's why people live dull, boring lives, because they do the same thing every day, but they pretend and act like that's not what they're doing. They pretend and they act like that's not what's going on. People will lie to themselves and act like that's the life that they want. People lie to themselves and pretend that they're living their best life when they're really not. They're really unfulfilled and unhappy inside. And you could be happy you don't need things to be happy. You could be happy right here and right now with whatever you have, with wherever you're at. You don't need things to be happy. You have everything that you need to be happy. So don't think that I'm telling you need things to be happy. But there's a difference between having a happy life and not having a happy life. You can work on yourself so you're happy within certain constraints and certain aspects of life. But if it's not really what you want, then you know you're not really going to be fully happy. And we were put here to be fully happy. We were put here to experience life fully. And in order to experience life fully, you're going to have to conquer this matrix and be in complete control of your time. And if you want to be in complete control of your time, what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to create some type of income, or you're going to have to create something for yourself that you can do for yourself, that you yourself control, that nobody else has control over for the most part. I know people may control a platform, but still you can have your own business within somebody else's business with certain businesses and certain platforms and things like that. When you have a job, you can't, unless you have stock or something, you can't really have any say in how that job goes for you. You just have to go there, do what they tell you to do, and then you go home. And if you want more control over your life, which I know you do, if you want more power over your life, which I know you do, then what you're going to have to do is sacrifice. And there's nothing wrong with that, but you have to take that time that you would do other things, watch TV, relax, sit there, chill. You're going to have to use that time to do some studying, and you're going to have to take that time and use that time to improve, and take that time and use that time to learn, because a job is only going to help you get but so far in life. And I know you want to get further in life. I know you want more out of life. I know you do. I know you want to get further in life. I know you want more out of life. And you can have more out of life. You can. But it takes effort. It takes time. You have to put in work on that goal. You have to put in work on that dream. That's the only thing. And it has to be good enough. So that time and effort that you're putting in, it has to be the right effort, okay? That's why it takes time, because you can't just put in any effort. It has to be the right effort. You could put in effort and just be standing there and going in a circle. It has to be the right effort. You have to learn what it is that you have to do. And once you learn what it is you have to do, you have to implement that in the right way and do it right. So that way, once it's done right and you start yielding results, then you know that what you're doing is right and you got something, and you know you could keep heading in that direction. If not, you're still in the process phase, and which is not a bad thing, but that's why you really have to go hard, because you're going to have to figure out that process. You don't want to just stay in the stage of trying to figure out a process. You eventually want to learn what it is that you have to do, so you can have something, so that it can start generating income, so that it can start looking like a actual, so it can start being a business for you. Because when you're going into something to start a business, when you're going into something to create income, it's going to take time at first. It's not going to create money right away, but once you get there, it's only going to be a result of the time and the effort and everything that you did to help yourself get there. So I want to thank everybody for watching this video. Smash the share button, smash the subscribe button, and hit that like button, because it's going to help a lot of people be able to see this video. There may be some people who have some things in the way that they need to remove, so that they won't be distracted, so that way they could focus, and that they could put more time and effort in what it is they want to do and what it is they want to be. So thank you, everybody. I hope everybody's having a great day. Thank you for watching the ad. It helps the channel out monetarily. I want to thank you for hitting that like button, because it helps the channel grow, and so that way I can reach a wider audience and we can grow as a channel. I'll see everybody in the next video. Thank you for watching this druuill special. Shout out to the Chosen Vessels. We out.